Last year, we saw the first official Pikmin Bloom mini walk held in the US at the San Diego Zoo. In that video, we discussed the possibility of the upcoming San Francisco Nintendo store being turned into a special spot like the other ones are. What we weren't expecting was an entire mini walk being based around its inception, but 6 months later, that's exactly what we got. With that in mind, let's make our way back over to sunny California to see what happened at the Union Square and Bloom mini walk. Take it away, Gianni.
Hello, we are not live whatsoever from Japan because unfortunately, we weren't able to attend the live event which took place in San Francisco, California.
Yeah, as sad as that is, thank you to everyone who managed to send us pictures and footage of the event, because otherwise this video would not have been possible. We're a little more late than usual covering the event, but some surprising things happened and we're here to talk about it.
Well, you know what that means? It's time once again for Glowy Boy to lead the way in giving us a virtual tour of this event.
Let's go to California.
Let's go.
California lucks out yet again with its second ever mini walk, a mere 500 miles away from the first one. Wait, an 8.5 hour drive? I forgot how big the US is. Tons of people were flocking to San Francisco for the grand opening of the Nintendo store on May 15th, 2025. A few lucky people even managed to get a Pikmin commemorative coin for shopping there to celebrate its debut, which is now going for a lot of money. A week later, on May 23rd, the mini walk at Union Square officially began.
Mini walks have always varied in both duration and also how many special spots were available to swipe. On the smaller side of things, Japan TOG 2024 set the record for the shortest mini walk ending after only 10 hours. Meanwhile, the San Diego Zoo had the fewest number of special spots with just 4, making them each the miniest mini walks of all in their respective categories.
Going big, the highest number of special spots is a tie between Nagano 2024 and Luca 2024, where each had 9 to visit. Finally, the longest running mini walk goes to Tainan 2024, which ran for 16 days. That is, until now. With 7 special spots, the Union Square mini walk didn't break any new ground there, but when it came to its length, oh boy. With a whopping 62 days to partake in this mini walk, it solidified itself as one of the longest running Pikmin Bloom events we've had so far. But that's not all. This event was the first of its kind to be completely free to attend, while also having special spots that refreshed after a set period of time, allowing players to get multiple seedlings from each spot. While both the Luca and San Diego Zoo mini-walks had special spots that refreshed daily, you had to pay to enter each venue across multiple days, meaning it's unlikely that many players actually took advantage of the opportunity. However, at Union Square, they refreshed 30 days after a player's initial swipe.
Historically, mini-walks have always been collaboration efforts with other ongoing events. This time, Pikmin Bloom and Nintendo partnered with San Francisco's Union Square and Bloom event. This initiative started in 2022 to celebrate Union Square's floral legacy through decorative displays, events, and community engagement. Both sharing the word Bloom, it made for the perfect crossover event.
There's a likely reason why the special spots refresh every 30 days. Special spots were fully added to Pikmin Bloom starting on September 29, 2022 at Nintendo stores in New York, Tokyo, and Osaka. Swiping down on one would give the player a seedling for a Mario Hat Decor Pikmin, which was otherwise only distributed once by linking a My Nintendo account to the game. Meaning the only way to get multiple Mario Hat Pikmin was by visiting any of the Nintendo stores, with a limit of 1 per day. However, around the time the Kyoto Nintendo store opened its doors in October 2023, the Mario Hat Pikmin was quietly phased out and replaced with a seedling for the elusive gold present sticker decor, randomly giving either a red, yellow, or blue Pikmin with the store's name on the label.
About a year later, on October 1st, 2024, this was changed from a daily swipe that would refresh at midnight to a 30-day cooldown period, perhaps to prevent players from stockpiling a ton of these Pikmin which were meant to be some of the rarest in the game. While a rather unpopular change within the player base, these spots have remained a 30-day swipe ever since, including the one at the newly opened San Francisco Nintendo store.
Since that special spot was also included as part of the mini walk, I think that's the reason Niantic decided to make all 7 spots in the event refresh after 30 days, to keep everything consistent. With 62 total days and a 30-day refresh from the moment a player first swipes one, that means anyone attending the event within the first 2 days had the chance to get 3 seedlings per spot, so long as they were willing to revisit the venue. The exception was the Nintendo Store special spot, which, under some precise circumstances, could actually give 4 seedlings, but we'll get to that. So what type of Pikmin could be found at these special spots? Interestingly, there were 2 types of maps. The first was digital only and had the physical Pikmin scavenger hunt locations on it as indicated by the flowers. At these locations, you could find Pikmin statues hiding around the square. The second map, which was available both digitally and physically, was specifically made for the Pikmin Bloom special spot locations, though at first glance both maps have a similar design and layout. Although the map shows a specific color of Pikmin at each location, the colors were actually randomized, except for the 2 gold present sticker locations which had a limited selection as usual. However, the decor you see is exactly what you would get. For example, a player would always get a macaron instead of a donut decor, even though they both originate from the same sweet shop category.
The map could be received at various locations around the event zone, most notably Nintendo's pop-up tent, which was set up on 2 special weekends, May 23 to 26 and July 4 to 6, making these the best times to attend. At the booth, players could get their hands on some free goodies in the same kind of green bag that was handed out at the San Diego Zoo. This came with a Pikmin-themed redemption code for 100 My Nintendo Platinum coins, the same field guide we've seen before, and some comics from the Pikmin Garden website that were new this time. Players could also choose from the usual red, yellow, or blue Pikmin sun visors, or perhaps all 3 if asked. Additionally, there are some coloring pages that can currently also be found on the Play Nintendo website. From July, a new plastic stand was added to the booth advertising the Pikmin Summerwear Sweepstakes, which ran until the end of August.
Overall, it seemed like what exactly was available at the booth depended on whether you were visiting in either May or July, and how early or late in the weekend you managed to stop by. Behind the Pikmin tent was the usual AR photo booth we've seen at several other events at this point. Yes, there's that familiar orange camera box. Here's an example of one of our contributors, Jeffrey, skillfully using the prop flowers as nunchucks. It looked like there was a decent turnout for the AR photo booth, with some people even performing some creative choreography before striking the final pose.
Let's move on to the actual mini walk. One cool thing is that with the new bird's eye view feature, you can see all of the locations from a top-down view. First up is the Union Square Plaza. Swiping the special spot here, players would have a coin toss between 2 types of gold present sticker Pikmin, white or purple, with Union Square in bloom written on the label. Purple just recently had its big debut at the Seoul Tour in early May, with this event marking its 2nd ever appearance, but only if a player was lucky enough to get it. That's not to say it's bad to get a white Pikmin instead. It's still one of the rarer decors in the game. But since it's already been distributed at multiple past events, it's easily the most common out of all the gold present stickers.
At Special Spot 2, players could swipe the newly opened Nintendo Store San Francisco. This one distributed the usual gold present sticker decor, which was random between red, yellow, and blue, with Nintendo San Francisco and the date written on the label. But unlike all the other seedlings in this event, players could technically get this one a total of 4 times. You see, from the moment the mini walk went live on May 23rd at 11 AM, this special spot became activated as part of the event, even if a player had already swiped it beforehand. That means anyone who swiped the special spot from the day the Nintendo Store opened on May 16th all the way up to the start of the event on May 23rd until 10:59 AM would get a seedling. As soon as 11 AM rolled over, the special spot would become active again as part of the mini walk, and could immediately be swiped once more. By maximizing the 30-day refresh, you could get a 3rd and 4th seedling before the event ended. Even back when the special spots were a daily swipe, it has never been possible, to my knowledge, for 2 gold present stickers from the same event or location to have the exact same date written on the label, until now. This actually happened to Jeffrey, who got a seedling 11 minutes before the mini walk started, then a second one after 11 AM. You can see this extremely rare phenomenon here. Note that his red and blue gold present sticker Pikmin both originate from the Nintendo Store San Francisco, and they have the exact same date on the label. My guess is that an extremely small number of players were able to get 2 on the same day. It may even be possible that Jeffrey was the only one.
Right opposite the street from the Nintendo Store were some Pikmin hiding in the window of CK Contemporary Art Gallery. 3 Pikmin could be found here, a yellow one nestled in with some paintbrushes, and a white and purple one having a chat. Moving on to the nearby Special Spot 3, players found themselves at Lori's Diner, a classic 1950s themed American diner. Here, players could get a hamburger decor Pikmin. Opposite the street was Madame Theodore's Floral Academy for Wayward Travelers, described as a whimsical art installation, where blue Pikmin could be found trying to save the falling red Pikmin. Meanwhile, a nearby yellow Pikmin was relaxing on some moss.
True to the mini walk name, the farthest spot was just a mere 6-minute walk away. Passing by the Linen Society store on the way, players could see red, yellow, and blue Pikmin attempting to carry a 5 pellet. 1 block over, we arrive at Special Spot 4, an ice cream shop called Amorino Gelato. Here, players could get their hands on an ice cream classic decor Pikmin, the only special decor available aside from the gold present stickers. Walking south just 3 minutes to Special Spot 5, players arrived at Maiden Lane, a pedestrian mall. Here, players could get a hold of a hair tie decor Pikmin, and they are so cute. Heading back towards the central area, a 5-minute walk brought players to Special Spot 6, a French restaurant called 165. Players could meet a macaron decor Pikmin here. In the shop's window were the final 3 hiding Pikmin. Red and blue were perched up on a box of macarons. Meanwhile, yellow Pikmin was once again just relaxing nearby. Those who could prove they found all the various Pikmin statues by taking a picture at each location were rewarded with the prize of a Pikmin on smartphone sticker.
The last one, Special Spot 7, was another 5-minute walk away. It was an Italian restaurant called Grezzetti. Here, players could meet a pasta decor Pikmin. But there was still one more special bonus Pikmin made available at the event. Anyone who opened Pikmin Bloom within the GPS zone of Union Square during the event period would unlock a Special Spot challenge mission. After walking 3,000 steps, players were rewarded with a ceiling for a Mario hat decor Pikmin. It's nice to see after being replaced by the gold present stickers at the Nintendo stores, they're starting to bring back this decor in events like this so players can get more than one.
Although the spots refreshed, the Mario Hat Pikmin could only be gotten once. The main draw of returning to swipe these spots again after 30 days was to collect some new colors of the very rare gold present sticker decor. With incredible luck, a player could have received both the white and purple Union Square Pikmin from Special Spot 1, as well as all 3 Nintendo San Francisco colors if they had taken advantage of the multiple swipe method at Special Spot 2. Personally, I think it would have been nice if Niantic had guaranteed that both the white and purple decors could have been received at the event, since there may have been some unlucky players who only got white Pikmin despite putting in the effort to visit multiple times. On Wednesday, July 23rd, the Mini-Walk's 62-day reign finally ended. Now just one special spot remains at the Nintendo Store San Francisco, a permanent location that players can continue to swipe every 30 days. If you're in the area, why not stop by and get a special Pikmin of your very own? And some Pikmin merch too, of course.
That mini walk had a lot more going on than I thought.
Right? And it seems like they're starting a theme for these US mini walks where they're including a physical Pikmin scavenger hunt alongside the walk. Perhaps we'll see something similar in Japan one day.
Well, I hope so. It's just one more fun thing to do as you walk from spot to spot.
Right? And I just feel so bad for our friends over on the East Coast who haven't seen a Pikmin Bloom live event since August 2022 when they had a Community Day event in New York. Not to mention poor US Central, which always seems to be left out of everything.
Yeah, it would only be fair to hold an event based around the New York Nintendo Store special spot to balance things out.
I hope they'll do one, but until then, thank you so much for coming with us on our virtual tour of the Union Square in Bloom mini walk. Until next time,
see you!
Yeah!